Welcome, everyone. My name is Mark, and this is By Divine Design. My guides and I are here to help you become happier, healthier, and to realize your infinite divine being. We do this through a transmission of divine love consciousness that lifts you, cleanses you, integrates you, inspires you. It's very powerful to work with a transmission like this. And anytime you tune into the transmission or play one of my transmissions or just request the help of divine love consciousness, it's there. It's readily available to you whenever you call upon it. But there's also a subscription available that gives the transmission and the guides permission to work with you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. And so this is just a reminder that that's available. It's $44 a month. You can cancel it anytime. You also get a control panel where you can increase how much challenge it creates for you, or increase it more towards comfort level, where it's more comfortable, or just leave it in the middle where it's balanced and it allows the guides and the angels and your own infinite divine being to set the pace for you. So welcome to today's transmission and guided meditation. We're going to begin today with taking a question from one of you, and that will probably lead us right into the transmission. So if you'd like to ask a question, you can just put your hand up.
I have a question about thoughts. So many traditions talking about observe your thoughts. So I can observe my thoughts, but for me it seems like some thoughts are hiding in front of me. So I was at my therapist, physio, and I realized somehow I'm in my thoughts. And then I checked, and my brain was completely empty. So I was really astonished. So my question is, there some kind of surface thoughts and thoughts which are subconscious somehow? Are there two levels?
Okay, great question. Yeah, so thoughts. Yeah, the guides are already transmitting a lot of information. There's a download that's begun already. So let's just, we're going to make this question the beginning of the transmission. So let's open the transmission formally first, and then we'll go right into that. This is a transmission of divine love consciousness. It's always for your highest good and the highest good of all. All you need to do is relax, notice what you notice, allow the transmission to meditate you. Whether you feel it immediately or not, you might notice yourself becoming more relaxed, more quiet within. And as your nervous system becomes more refined, you'll feel the energies more easily, more deeply each and every time. So already you might notice the mind becoming quieter. Because as this higher vibrational energy and information comes into your system, it clears away the surface noise, like the random thoughts, unresolved feelings on the surface of your system. And I feel these energies and see them in various ways and play with them using my hands, using my whole body, using my voice. As I tune into your energy and the energy of the group within the oneness, I help move these energies within you and your energy system and within the group. So the guides want to lift you even higher before answering the question about thoughts. So right now it's coming in as the descending divine force, as if from high above you, flowing down all around you and through your central energy column, opening and balancing the chakras. Some of the energy continues as if all the way down through into the earth, into the center of the earth. And some of it, once it passes down through your first chakra, it splits in all directions and then rises on each side of your body, rejoins above the head, forming a light body cocoon of flowing energy all around you. This helps to lift your vibration, continues to cleanse all the surface noise from your system, helping you to relax. So there is also an ascending divine force that comes as if from the center of the earth, moves up through your energy, central energy column, continues up, but some of it also splits above your head like a fountain, falling down on every side, creating a second layer or level of your light body cocoon all around you. And then these two divine forces coordinate and integrate to bring greater coherence to your whole energy system. From your physical body to your emotional body, mental body, various levels of your light body, all the way to your most subtle being, your infinite divine being. This is all included in your energy system. So that ascending divine force is also sometimes just called the life force or divine force, divine life force. It's the energy of life that's constantly moving through you and through your system. And the ideal is that your system would just be completely open, and this life force, whatever life is bringing to you, could just move through you as an experience in the now, be experienced and complete itself and be fully released, and nothing ever gets stuck in the system. But because we've lived infinite lifetimes, we have this thing called a mind. The mind is a storehouse of thoughts, feelings, emotions, memories, identifications, conditioning. That got stuck in your mind, in your energy system, because you weren't able to or weren't willing to fully allow them all the way through. You weren't able to fully experience them and just let them provide the experience that they were meant to provide. So like maybe there was a time as a child where something scared you, and it might have been completely innocent, but it was more fear than you had ever experienced before, and you didn't know how to process it, and it got stuck. And then the next time something fearful like that happened, it hit that stuck place, and it made it stick more. It made you fear fear. So that just keeps building and building and building. So it's like thoughts and feelings are kind of two sides of the same coin. There's always a thought behind every feeling. There's always a feeling behind every thought. So basically, our mind is all the thoughts all the thoughts and feelings we never fully allowed ourselves to experience. And often we grow attached to them, like identities. I'm this, I'm that. We get attached to them and we hold on to them. We say, okay, I'm going to store this away. This is something good I'm proud of. I'm going to keep this here. And then you keep it for several lifetimes. Then you forget that it actually isn't who and what you are. It's a character you took on or an identity you took on, like a character in a play. It was somebody you were play acting as for a while, and then you convince yourself, no, this is really, really me. And pushed it down. So the mind has the conscious levels, the subconscious, and the unconscious. Like, what did you have for breakfast yesterday morning? That's in your unconscious until you think about it. And if you really focus on it and dig down, you can bring that up out of the unconscious into your conscious. And that's actually true of every thought you ever repressed into your unconscious. If you just focus, you can bring each and every thought up, any thought up. Why would you want to do that? Because once you bring it up, you can let it go. You can make a decision. Do I still believe this? Do I still want this in my system or not? And you can just let it go. If it's buried in your unconscious, you can't let it go because you're not conscious of it. It's stuck in your system, filtering your experience, making you uncomfortable. So let's say you are going about your life and you decide to meditate for a while. Well, all meditation in one way or another is focusing on something in such a way that it allows the thoughts to slow down and possibly stop. Like mantra meditation is focusing on one thought, the mantra, to exclude all the other thoughts. If other thoughts come, you put your mind back on the mantra. Or like what I teach in the Bliss of Being course, the first state we teach is pure being. And that's where you're putting your mind between the thoughts or on the space that the thoughts arise out of. Because that's just a really quick way to have an experience beyond thought. So when you're using meditation in this way, and if you're practicing properly, you get to a more and more quiet mind. Now, the unconscious thoughts are still there, but you can transcend them temporarily during meditation. And if you're really deep in meditation, like if you go deep into that pure being state, the very first state we teach in the Loving Bliss of Being course, if you go deeply in that, it naturally just begins dissolving thoughts out of your unconscious. It starts making you less dense with thoughts and lighter and more open and more free. It starts healing you by clearing out the thoughts. You don't have to actively go in and seek the thoughts or bring them to the surface. Your infinite divine being has access to you when your mind is quiet and begins working on your system, clearing it, clearing those thoughts, clearing the stuck places. So during the meditation, you can have an experience of no thoughts, even though you still have infinite thoughts stuck in your unconscious. So when you come out of meditation, those repressed thoughts are still there in your system, actively filtering your experience. You know, those fear-based triggers that everyone has in their system, if in your everyday life something appears to be similar to what you were afraid of initially, those get triggered again. So if you're walking in the dark and you see what you think is a snake on the ground, and you respond with fear, there's no presence of mind to realize, oh, it's actually just a rope. It's like the trigger, the repressed thoughts, are already filtering your experience, so you're predisposed to see a fearful snake rather than see the reality calmly, oh, it's just a rope. If you had none of those repressed thoughts, you would just be welcoming life and you would immediately see, oh, it's just a rope. Or maybe it is a snake, and you would just stay calm and walk around it. So the spiritual journey is not just to use meditation to temporarily transcend your thoughts, but to use meditation and these transmissions and just welcoming everything that comes up in your system and letting it go, letting it go, letting it go, letting it pass through, letting it resolve itself, so that eventually you can be fully God realized, which means you have nothing repressed in your mind anymore. You have no unconscious mind anymore. You brought consciousness so fully and completely to your mind that your mind just dissolves, and you rely on pure divine knowing, your divine mind. So that was a lot of words, but it's good for you to know the guides were transmitting to you all of this energetically, showing it to your energy system. This is not a mental practice per se. The transmission is bringing in light, which is higher information, showing these possibilities and higher truths to your system, helping you to become aware of the part you play in all of this. So the guides and I can't heal you. Yes, we channel an environment, a context of higher vibration, of light and love and truth. But your system, you and your system, are the ones receiving this, testing it out, and noticing whether it feels like it's your higher good or not, to test this out, to explore this. Because you're the one who repressed those thoughts. You are the one who chose this configuration, this character you're playing, with its challenges and karmas, and out of all the infinite thoughts you could have placed in your energy system in this lifetime, you picked certain ones to set up certain experiences in this life. You did this, whether you remembered or not, you did this in a planning meeting with your guides and angels. So you're the one who chose this. Everything about this life, you chose. You pre-programmed it. And therefore, only you can release yourself from it. And that includes all the repressed thoughts. Nobody can do it for you but you. So let's begin to play with that more directly, more experientially. Would you be willing to welcome any and all thoughts you're aware of right now? And that includes any feelings and any sensations. And would you be willing to allow yourself to be aware of the space in which those thoughts appear? As life force moves through your energy system, it sparks off different thoughts, different feelings. They're all from the past. There are no new thoughts. You might think they have something to do with your present moment, but in reality, they never do. They're old, fear-based, egoic thoughts, memories, feelings. And you, as infinite divine being, you are the infinite space of awareness that those thoughts appear in. At the level of pure being, you're completely neutral, silent space. You might notice how your body relaxes more as we pull you more deeply into this space of pure being, your pure being, which is infinite and divine. It's good for you to know that just basking in this pure being state is helping to dissolve the mind. The past you've been carrying around with you. This state of pure being is also dissolving the part of your mind that continues to generate random thoughts. It's just a mechanism that you no longer need. It's related to the ego doing the best it could to try to take care of you. But wouldn't you rather be taken care of by infinite divine being, by your divine knowing, by knowing moment to moment what truly is your highest good and highest truth, knowing you no longer need to refer to old memories, old thoughts, identifications, the fear-based conditioning you were given as a child and continue to be bombarded with every day. Would you be willing to allow yourself to go even deeper into this pure being, which is also pure love, pure peace, true happiness? This is who and what you truly are. We're going to pull you even more deeply into this pure, loving, peaceful happiness that is your nature. This is the only place true happiness can be found. Here within your own true being. And the majority of the thoughts in your unconscious mind are related to looking for love in the world, looking for happiness and peace in the world, where it's not. So would you be willing to explore letting go of more and more of those thoughts as you realize directly for yourself that the happiness, love, peace you've been looking for is here, now, within you. All you need to is be this, that which you are. Would you be willing to allow yourself to notice that as we hold your ego in a type of sleep, that you can allow yourself now to experience who and what you truly are more deeply than ever before. Now, the idea is to eventually live from this place, live from this knowing, live from this being at peace. So we invite you to just begin thinking of various parts of your day. Like when you're fixing breakfast, your eyes are open, you're fixing your food. And this pure being, pure love, pure peace is there consciously with you now in that moment. It's like a warm embrace. Then pick another moment, perhaps when you're out and about during your day, buying groceries, getting a coffee, at work. Pick a moment and feel this loving embrace of your infinite divine being, this infinite peace, this loving happiness that you are, always have been, always will be. And as we refine the energies even more for you, pick another part of your day. Could be something like passing from one room to another. Maybe when you're going to your bedroom to get ready for bed. Feel your infinite divine being as peaceful love present within you, present all around you in that moment. Now, whenever you take something that you're learning, that you're experiencing for the good, and you share that out with the collective, it helps deepen it within you. It serves the rest of you, the collective. So the guides and angels are shifting the energy, moving the focus more and more to the whole earth, the vaster context, which are beings from another form, uh, another framework outside our framework, who work with refining patterns, making patterns more beautiful, more flowing. They are assisting. They often initially show up as a neon blue grid work off into infinity. So would you be willing to share everything you've been experiencing, all the healing and growth you've been experiencing, with the collective, with the greater wholeness? What would it be like if every being were in touch with happiness, peace, and love within their very own nature? Would you be willing to allow yourself to imagine that? Not trying to change anything, it's just for the fun of it. Just because it's what's arising right now. What would that be like? Everyone was aware that the happiness they're seeking is only within their very own self. And they find they're able to experience that for themselves. All seeking dissolves, all desires dissolve, all wars dissolve, all competition dissolves. Just as a playful what if. Notice as you imagine that your energy lifts, the collective energy lifts, the energy system of the world becomes more beautiful, more ordered, more peaceful. Would you be willing to allow yourself to imagine it even more deeply, even more completely? Whether somebody realizes this consciously is none of our business. But we can consciously know this is who and what everyone actually is. Every being on this planet is peace, is love, is pure being. We can know that about ourselves, we can know that about others. Whether they know it or not is none of our business, doesn't matter. But our knowing it about them will make it more difficult for them to not know it themselves when it's right for them. Now the guides are once again telling us we're playing way too small. They're inviting us to be the infinite beings we are. Drop the small identifications. So let's share this with all that is, all dimensions, all frameworks, all of creation, beyond creation, into the divine abodes. The vast number of beings are not presently in human incarnations and veiled to their own infinite divine nature. So as we share this love and peace with them, those who are already fully conscious, fully aware of it themselves, just feel the boost coming from them. Notice that whatever's happening right now requires no thoughts. Requires no mind. Requires no doing. This is you simply being what you truly are. So it's good for you to know you can reconfigure your consciousness to be the best it can be for you here now, the rest of your day, and onwards. And if it's right for you, you can simply continue to rest in these energies for as long as you wish. This session is complete. Infinite blessings. Thank you all for joining. Much love to you. Bye now.